So here is nicely documented. Follow the document. Okay, step by step I have done that. Create a Maven project, then create all the package structure like below. So very clearly given this. So under WebDriver hybrid framework utils link, you can find this hybrid framework utils under labels. So under labels you can find hybrid framework utils. So here it is. So this is the one. And step 2 also done. Now we are working on the step 3. So step 3, WebDriver factory class we created. So you don't need to do anything. Just create the class and copy paste from import onwards. So somebody, copying from package also. Already you have a package there. Or you replace with the package by copying this one, you replace their package also. Everything you replace and copy paste. So once you create this WebDriver factory class, and as it is, you paste the entire code. Okay, so this is the complete code what you need to do. After this, so we're going to add a new code today, that is for the same WebDriver factory. We need to add 2 more methods I'm going to add. So that is so first we have to create this get Chrome options. Before that, we need to create this method. So everybody start creating and get this value, this method. So public string get, read property value. I want to read the property value. How can we read this? So how can you read the data from properties file? So that is what I'm adding here. Okay, so this method, and I'll just take it up as it is again and write this code as it is. This code you need to write. And same way, constants, you have to add this config directory. So go to constants. First go to constants. You add these 2 extra lines. Public static final string user directory. We are going to get our project directory using system.getProperty user.dir. So this is the first step you need to do. Go to constants class, add the 1 more variable user underscore directory, that is system.getProperty user.dir. Then second variable, config directory. So basically we are going to create a configuration file, that is config.properties file we need to create. So that I will show you where to create that. So these 2 files, if you go to our blog, you can find these 2 also. These 2 variables, just copy paste from our blog and you can get it here. So if you go down, constants location, so below itself it is there, constants. Here you can find these 2 variables. Even you don't need to write, just copy paste these 2 variables, okay, in the constants folder. And then we'll create this config.properties file. Okay, config.properties file, we will first add these 2 variables in the constants class. So these 2 lines you need to add into constants class. Okay, is it done?
No, Ramesh, please give me 1 minute.
Okay. Everything available in the blog. You don't need to struggle also. Okay. Just copy paste these two and understand what this is doing. User directory will give you the current working directory of your project. Till open cart it will give. Open cart automation is there, right? Till that project directory, this user directory, user underscore directory will give us. So that is a system.get property user.dir. So this is the understand the code. Don't blindly copy paste. What this is doing, anywhere you can use this. First, you should understand what this system.get property is doing. This system.get property will give you current working directory, current user directory, where currently user is working. That path it will give us. So then I want my config directory path. So then user directory plus. So here I am going to create a config file under src test resources. So remaining path I am giving. So that's the complete path of config.properties file. So once you are done these two, are you done? Then go to src test resources. Yesterday we created com.fear.opencard.config. Under config, you select the config file, config package, right click. Under config, create a new file. Create a new file, that is file name you have to give config.properties. Okay, so this is the next step we have to do. Config.properties. Under src test resources folder, yesterday we created a com.qa.opencard.config package we created. Under that package, you have to create a config.properties file. Two steps. Are you all done creating this file? Where are you?
Ramesh, this config.property file is generally text file or something.
No, dot properties. It's a dot properties. Config.properties.
If I select a class, it's not taking the.
No. You should not select a class. It's a file. It's a file. Right click on the config.
Yeah, file option.
Right click on the config, new file. There is a file. So you have to select a file option. File.
Yes.
After file, you give the config.properties.
Same path only we need to give this, right? Config
Yes.
within a constants.
Yes, not in constants.
No, Ramesh, here qa.opencart.
Under src test resources, yesterday we created
that is done, Ramesh. That is done. Actually, what my doubt was like in on constant at Java file, the user config directory extension is there, right? Same path only. That's what I'm asking.
Yes. Right.
Up to config.
Up to config. Under config, we are creating this file, config.properties file.
Yeah.
This is the path I'm giving.
Actually, in your system, the full extension not able to visible. That's why I'm not able
Okay,
to see after QA.
okay. So QA open cart. This is the one. This is the path.
That's why
QA
I asked.
open cart config. So this is the
Yeah.
package it is showing here.
But here the code not fully visible. That's why I asked.
Okay. So this is the area you have to create a config.properties file. src test resources com QA open cart config.properties. Is it done?
Yes.
Yes, Ramesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now go to that file. What you need to keep inside? So these are the properties you keep it. First, headless, true, incognito, whatever, true or false, you give whatever you want. So I'll change this true to false also. It's up to you. So if you want to run in headless mode, you have to use true. If you want to run in incognito mode, use true. So make sure the values are properly given. Okay. Then, yeah, headless. Headless means browser is not going to open.
Okay. Silent.
So it will run on backend without browser opening. That's a headless means. Incognito mode, you know, right? Incognito window.
Yes.
So that we are running in incognito window. If you want to run, you change the property to true. So now I am putting false, but I don't want to run, but I'll show you that. So based on the toggling here, the property values, that we are going to call these values in that. Then application URL, our application URL is, so this is the application URL we are using. Okay, so these are the three properties, keep it here. We are going to add more properties here. Don't worry.
Even username, password also we are giving.
Yeah, we are going to give that. We are going to give that. We have to create that. So we'll create and then we'll add that username password here also.
Okay.
Okay, done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next step. So config.properties is done. Now go back to WebDriver factory. So write this. You already know this. We practiced in collections. Read property value as it is. We practiced. Same code I'm using here. I don't know how many of you remember this code, but I told that very clearly there. So the same code I'm using here. And properties prop equal to new properties. I'm creating object for the properties class. Then reading the properties file. So I'm reading the properties file. So this is the one file input stream class we will use to read the any file. So file input stream fs equal to new file input stream and new file. And where is that file? Constant class dot config directory. See, I'm calling that constants variable. The constant variable I'm calling that config dot directory. See, I don't want to give complete path here, right? So easy to call that. So that's the class name dot static final variable. Then prop dot load and load this fs and return prop dot get property key. So everything Java code. So it's all creating objects and calling the methods and return type method. This will return the data for us. So this I need to include in the WebDriver factory. So let me include everything. Changed code is changed WebDriver factory code. So I'll go to Let me change the WebDriver factory and I'll explain the entire code. Again, you can copy paste. I don't want you make the mistakes, but please understand the code. So I don't know how many of you gone through the code yesterday, the WebDriver factory code. I'm not sure, but so if you go through that, everything is Java code, that one, and classes from Selenium. Copy it from here, so you don't need to even struggle. That's it. Go and copy if you want to only copy those methods, copy those methods. No issues. Okay. If you want to copy only those methods, copy only those methods. So you don't want to make any confusion again, only copy those methods. So last, there are 3 methods, extra methods I have written. So I'll explain. The read property value method I have explained. Now I'm going for the 2 more methods I have written. So get Chrome options and get Firefox options. So what I am doing here is I want to run in headless mode, or I want to run in incognito mode. So what is the code? So this is the code I'm doing. So public, this method has to return for me Chrome options object. Public Chrome options, get Chrome options, throws IO exception. Chrome options equal to new Chrome options. If, see, here it is. Read property value headless. What value we are getting? Read property value. So what value we are getting here? Read property value of headless. What is the value you will get here?
False, right? False.
False or true you will get. But
Property value, what value we are giving, that
yeah,
value.
headless, what is the value here? Headless, what is the value here? This headless value false. So false you will get here. So here, this part you are getting false. This property you are getting false. What I'm doing here, boolean dot parse boolean. So what this will do is, this will convert into object. So I want object. So I'm converting into object. How I'm converting into object? Using wrapper classes. Boolean primitive data type you can convert into object using boolean dot parse boolean method. So what this will do, this will give you the object, false object it will give. So that's what this class is doing. So that I need to pass it to here. Okay, if it is the false, I don't want to execute this code. Okay, so if it is a true only, it will come here and set headless. I'm setting the headless to true. And another one, so if you want else if you can write. So else if you want, you write boolean dot parse boolean, read property value incognito. So incognito value here we kept false. So you will get here false value. This is you are getting false value. So the false I am converting into again. So object, the object I am converting and I am giving, so the add arguments hyphen incognito. So it will run in the incognito mode. If it is true only, it will run in the incognito mode. Otherwise it won't run in incognito mode. So then returning these Chrome options. Same I did for the Firefox options also. Firefox options also. Just this method is returning Firefox options class object. So this is the 2 extra methods So you can include these total 3 methods in the WebDriver factory class. Instead of copying everything, copy only these 3 methods. Okay, but I need to write a code for this, right? Okay, if I want to run headless mode, if I want to run incognito mode, how? So here we have to change the code little bit here. So here you need to change the code. You want to run in headless mode, you set the properties. You get those properties and add to your Firefox. So I'll put here else if. I'll put one more else if here above this. Else if. Okay. So browser dot equal ignore case headless. So how can you get headless? I'm just giving headless. Just give headless. Headless. So I have to write the code, this one. So what is the code? I have to add this code to my so headless. You can include Chrome driver. So you have to get the Chrome options, right? Chrome options. C options equal to that method I'll call. So get Chrome options method I'm calling. So Chrome options. So you can pass C options. I have given C options. Just this is the extra thing you are doing. Still, if you want to run in incognito, add one more. Else if. So, and you can do browser dot equals ignore case. You can put incognito. So do the same. So this one. Okay. So this is how you can add the code for this. So then else, these are the extra code we added. So this is how you can add extra code for the just all Java code, else if, only else if we are using. Okay, please
It's not
finish this
there
code.
in our blog, right,
Sorry.
Ramesh? This part of
This
code
part is not there. This part is not there. This is the newly I'm adding this code. Only these 2 blocks are not there. Just calling the methods, Muni. Just call the methods. So you have already get Chrome options method.
Yeah,
So call these 2. So you will come to know how to call the methods also. Just try this. And then you have a driver equal to new Chrome driver on the top already. Or you have here. So from there, just driver equal to new Chrome driver and TL driver equal to TL driver dot set. So we are setting that. Done.
Ramesh, you told that 2 methods need to be added into the web driver factory.
Those are there. Those are there in the blog. These are the 3 methods total. So these are the get Chrome options, get
Okay,
Firefox
I
options,
need to
read property value. These 3 methods are already there in our blog.
1 minute, Ramesh. I did not find.
Refresh it. Refresh, you will get that. Same place. WebDriver utils only. Hybrid framework utils. You can go and you see you will get it automatically there. So you got it, right? Get Chrome options, get Firefox options, read property value, all are available. And you just copy paste. That's it.
Get driver is there.
Not get drivers. Get Firefox options. Get Chrome options. Last you can see in that refresh your browser. Refresh your browser. You can see this. Last I added after IE settings. I set IE options after. You can find a new methods. Get Chrome options. Get Firefox options.
Yes,
and read property value method. These 3 methods you copy paste there.
public Chrome options, get Chrome option.
After copy paste these 3 methods, just extra code we are adding here is I want to utilize them, right? I want to consume those methods. So this is the one. If my browser is headless, if my browser is incognito, I want to run this code. Then I want to run this code. That's it. So like this, you can write n number of options. You can write all C, if else, nested if else, all the Java control structure concept. And also object creation, calling the methods. So see, these are all calling the methods. This is the return type method. So, and that returns. And then this one is driver equal to new Chrome driver. I am passing the constructor, parameterized constructor. Then this is the set method is a, so object reference dot set method I'm passing driver. So this is a parameterized method. So everything, the calling the methods and creating the object. Good, still struggling.
Done.
What about others? Only Sridevi and responding, or nobody else?
Done, sir.
Josna, Harshini, Pushpa.
Doing, sir. Those 3 methods are not visible, sir, in log.
Where you are, Pushpa? So WebDriver utils, are you in the WebDriver utils?
Yes, sir.
This is the WebDriver utils. And where, which class we added them? WebDriver factory class. Can you check
Yes.
WebDriver factory class? Huh? Did you check WebDriver factory class? This is the WebDriver factory class code. Under that class code, if there is, already I have shown you here. It's a web application, right? This one also. Why it is not visible?
I think she is not refreshed the page.
Refresh it, sir.
Then why you cannot see, madam? It is clearly visible on the screen, right, for you?
Yes, sir.
Here is a method name. Still you are keep on searching only. What is this, madam? You have to speed up, madam. Read property value. All are clearly visible. Okay. So this is the extra code you need to add.
Sir, just throwing error, sir, at a get Chrome options method.
Did you add that get Chrome options method? In the WebDriver factory, did you add the get Chrome options method?
I had it, sir.
Then why you will get, what is the error? Mouse over there.
Okay, sir.
So what is the name it is there? What is the name you called? Did you check all those things?
Same get Chrome options method, only, sir. Chrome or same method, sir.
Chrome?
Same get Chrome options method only, sir. I have called also.
Then what is the error you're getting?
The method get Chrome options method from the type WebDriver factory refers to the missing type IO exception.
IO exception.
I think she need to import that exceptions in the method we are giving exceptions.
As it is a copy pasting here. So
Sir, I have copied paste only, sir.
see here. See throws declaration, did you add? IO exception, did you import?
Yeah, that imported
Sir,
image.
Did you import this IO exception?
no, sir. I have.
Do that import.
Okay, sir.
So throws keyword is already clearly it is showing. If you do that, throws IO exception will come automatically, right? So otherwise you just mouse over. If you get an error there, mouse over and import it. Once you import, the errors will be solved. Java is you're not able to implement Java here. That's a bigger problem. So I was points is other package classes. If you are using anything, you need to do import. So these are all not our classes, IO exception or file input stream or file class. It's not all our classes. It's they are coming from different packages. So you have to import them. The basic, that is a very fundamental basic we learn in methods. So again, constants also not in our package, current package. So you have to import all these classes which are coming from different packages. Is it solved your issue or still there?
Solved, sir. Done, sir. I have done, sir.
Next.
Thank
So
you,
who
sir.
else pending? Okay. So we are done. So WebDriver factory class is done. Now let's go and create the new class under factory package TestBase class. Okay. Just create a new class TestBase. TestBase class you create. Don't select the main method. We are not going to use any more main methods. Please uncheck if you are selecting that main method checkbox. Just the classes you create. Okay, this is the classes you create, TestBase class. Under com.here.opencard.factory package, right click, new class, then create the TestBase class. The same thing specified even in the step also. So very clearly in the step mentioned. So we have to create two classes under this package. If you see here, step is clearly mentioned, create WebDriver factory.java, testbase.java classes under this package. So you create a testbase.java now. So that is what, and that entire code is given below. So first create the class and copy paste the remaining test-based class code here. So entire thing from import onwards, you copy paste everything. Okay, so just go and after creating, I have created already, here is that. So I have to use the read property. So it is available in read property in the WebDriver factory class. So I have to utilize that WebDriver factory dot so I have to use object of that. So I'll try to use object of this WebDriver factory object. Think it won't allow. We'll do the one thing. So I'll make them static. Okay, let's make them static because this won't allow WebDriver factory object creation because we made a private constructor. So it won't allow. So I'll make this read property value as a static method. So let's make the static method so that you can call. So directly, let's make static that method. Okay, and then go here and call the WebDriver factory dot. So you don't need this one. So just call class name dot static method. So class name dot static method. That's it. Okay, so let me make, so there is error. So what is the error? Extra brackets. Okay, so I'll include this code here. I don't want you guys again making mistakes. So let me replace this. Okay. So you can refresh now, just copy paste entire code. And at the same time, let me add a WebDriver factory also, extra code I have added. So I may make this method read property as a static, okay? That's how only extra code you need to do, static. That's it. Read property, you made it as a static. So because you are going to use in multiple places. And The code I'm going to extra added code is here. I need to add. Okay, so that's it. So this code also added. Everything is up to date. So you just refresh, you will get everything there. So TestBase is ready and WebDriver factory is ready. So then constants also ready, and we need to add a next step 4. So once you are done, let me know. We'll go for the step 4.
Done, sir.
Ramesh, in WebDriver factory file, what did you do? Only the read property method, you added static, right? Public static, read property value.
And else if block also I added now. You can see else if block also, so added extra code, right? Else if block. So for the headless, so we need to add the code, right? For a headless. Headless incognito, that code also I have included here. You can see here, this was not there, this I added extra. So I think you have, so if you have not written, just copy paste this code only. Else block above, 2 more blocks we added. One for headless, one for incognito.
Okay.
Okay, so now the next step is step 4. So WebDriver factory TestBase is done. TestBase is nothing but what we are doing here is I am calling my browser, which browser I want to run, that I'll supply. This is the test-ng annotations. For every class before, this code will execute. The setup, what is this setup? Launch the browser and so WebDriver, wait, this also I'll change it to constants. I'm changing this, go to constants. I'll move the WebDriver weight, explicit weight. One extra, I need to add explicit weight. See, instead of explicit weight, I can make it 60. Okay, so that's it. This is the one I'm going to use there in the test base. So how to call this 60? You call constants class dot explicit weight. So nowhere you are hard coding the values, everything abstracted. So somewhere it is declared, but in your code, you are not going to see that. That's abstraction. So explicit weight. So you can call it here. And then it will, this WebDriver factory, it will get the instance, which instance you want, and it is getting the driver. So that I assign to driver variable. Then I'm creating object for WebDriver weight class, that is explicit weight. And then I'm opening the URL. So you open the URL, which URL you want to open, your application is. That's a common step for every test case. So that means every class before this code will execute. That's a before class means. Then what is this at the parameters? I need to give browser, right? Which browser you want to run. So I'm giving that browser, I'm passing here. So automatically it will go and check which browser is that. Is it a Chrome, or is it a Firefox, or it is a Edge, or it is a headless, or it is incognito. And based on that, this will go to that method inside, get driver method inside, and check that block will execute. For example, if I enter my browser value from, I told you at the rate parameters, you will give this browser parameter in the XML file. So that's at the rate parameters means. So at the rate parameters, you are controlling from your XML suite file, which browser you want to run. The browser value, it will come and goes to this method inside. And this method takes the Chrome, for example, Firefox. It will come here. So this browser value and this value, both are same. So this code will execute. It will exit. So if the browser value is Chrome, and this block of code will execute. So like this, it will execute the block based on the browser value you are supplying from the XML file. That's what this setup method, we are using a test-ng here, before class and at the rate parameters. What is meant by before class? Before invoking any test method in the current class, first before class code will execute. What is meant by before class? This block of code, before class annotated method code, will execute first in the current class before any at the rate test method. That's the before class means. And same after class. So after class is, I'm closing my browser. So WebDriver factory dot get instance dot quit driver. So I'm closing my browser. So this is the after my class. So my class inside, how many test methods are there? All will execute after this after class code will execute. So that's the WebDriver factory and TestBase classes. That's all under factory package. So you should explain what is there in this pack. Basically, we are just setting up the browser launching and application you are launching. That is what you need to explain. So if they ask you explain your framework structure, go and understand what is the code you have written here in the WebDriver factory. What is the code you have written here? So you say everything Java code. It's not, nothing other than this. So understand what you are doing. So, and explain that. So what is this package is doing? So each package you should know what are the components means. This is the one package. And this is the another package. This is the another package. This is the each package, what you are doing, you should be very, very clear. Then only you can explain in the interviews. If you don't know the package structure also, and you are creating here and you're going home and you're closing the laptop, just check what is there. Okay, we have created these many packages. What are all the packages we created? Okay, what classes we created? So in this class inside, what is there? What are the methods are there? Look at the code. And going home and closing the, okay, I did that. So I created the classes. No, I don't want to look at them. So don't do that. Go inside deep, step by step, you go and understand. So what is happening? What methods we have written? This method is returning WebDriver object. So the return type methods. So all this, you see that same, the return type here you see. So this method is returning. This method is return type is driver object. This driver is of type WebDriver. You can see here. So everything is Java. No, so that's why we spent more time on Java and we came here. Almost 2 months we spent on Java. Every Java concept is applied here. And then, so this is the all object reference.info. So the logging purpose we are using. Either you could use a debug or you could use a info. Anything is fine for your log messages purpose. Okay. Are we done with the first package? And then config.properties constants we are done. Now we need to create a log4j. So logging, because you are logging, right? All these messages where you have to place it. So that you have to create go to SRC test resource. It is very clearly mentioned in our blog. Go here and see that step 4. If you go to step 4, see here, adding logs under SRC test resources. There is a spell mistake. SRC. So step 4. Just do under SRC test resources folder, create a file, exactly same file you have to create. So how to create this file? So I'll copy the file name as it is. You should not give any other name. Just give as it is log4j2.xml. As it is you give. And this is the SRC test resources. Right click on the SRC test resources and new file. So this is an XML file. So you have to create a file. So go and create a file where you have to right click in the project, SRC test resources, new file. So go and create just give file name as it is. No changes, even everything. The letter by letter is exactly how to give. You should give same log4j2.xml. If you change anything, it won't work. Okay, exactly you give this and click on finish. And then the content you copy paste as it is. Okay, you just copy paste. So from here, everything you copy paste. So whatever is given here. Okay, just copy paste, save it, over. But so where is our logs directory? You can see here, this ready-made code logs directory we need to create. So entire project directory, top level, that's a base path. Base path we are talking here, base path. Base path means here it is, logs directory. So under logs directory, automation.log file will generate for us. So we have to create the logs directory. So create a folder logs after this. So once you paste this, save it. Every file after changing, save it, Control S, shortcut, Control S, do that. So now I need to create this logs folder where my base path. Base path means the project, that's the base folder. So base folder inside, we need to create the folder logs. So create the next step is, are you done this step before going for that? Log4j XML is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then right click on the project name. Right click on the project name. Folder. You have to create a new folder. You can see here. If you don't find folder, go to other and you can find folder. Folder name is, so exactly you see as it is. So logs, LOGS, whatever it is there in the XML, it's the same way you give logs, all lowercase. So exactly give that. Click on finish. See, logs folder is created. So it will come and store, see here, base path. So under logs, that means this is the logs below, automation.log folder will generate for us. That's the file will generate for us automatically with the timestamp. Okay. Are we good? Any questions? Any questions, concerns?
Sir, test base class, I'm getting error.
So what is the error?
WebDriver factory. Shall I share my screen, sir?
1 minute. Let me stop this.